Sagittarius. Sometimes the universe doesn't send messages through words, but through the signs you least expect. A dream that keeps repeating. A person suddenly reappearing after years of silence. Or just that quiet feeling in your heart that something big is coming closer. It's not a coincidence, it's a signal. And if you're hearing this right now, congratulations. Because the energy of Jupiter, your ruling planet, is opening a rare gateway of luck. A blessing is moving toward you. Softly, yet surely, I promise you. In just a few moments, you'll understand why the exhausting days behind you were never punishment, but preparation for a well-deserved gift, an opportunity, a divine response to the quiet effort you've been giving. And when this message ends, you'll look at yourself with new eyes, eyes filled with pride, because you'll realize everything is about to change, and this time, it changes beautifully for Sagittarius. Write this in the comments below. I am ready to receive my sacred blessing. Because when you write it, you're not just affirming your belief. You're sending a signal to the universe that your heart is open. Ready for light, for luck, for every good thing trying to find its way to you. Now, take a deep breath. Place your hand over your chest and feel your heartbeat, Sagittarius. Do you hear it? That rhythm is in perfect harmony with the frequency of Jupiter, the planet of blessings, calling your name in the symphony of fate. In the next part, I'll tell you why Sagittarius, the sign of light, of faith, of freedom, was chosen to receive this gift first. Don't leave just yet, because sometimes one moment of patience is the only distance between ordinary life and a miracle. Sagittarius, have you ever realized that some souls were born to expand the limits of this world? You are one of them. From the very moment you took your first breath, Jupiter, planet of wisdom, faith, and abundance, marked you with a different kind of light. You carry within you a flame that refuses to settle, a restless heart that always seeks to go further, to understand deeper, and to love this life in the widest way possible. When others fear getting lost, you smile at the crossroads. When others seek safety, you search for truth, because deep down you know no journey is meaningless. Every person you meet, every lesson you learn, every door that closes is part of an intimate conversation between you and the universe. And Jupiter, your cosmic teacher, is quietly arranging those small pieces into a greater, holier design. Right now, Jupiter is traveling through your 7th to 9th houses, the realms of resonance, wisdom, and spiritual expansion. That means opportunities that once seemed random will start appearing again. Someone new may walk into your life and say something that lingers for days. A project you once abandoned might return with unexpected momentum. A door you thought had closed long ago may open in silence once more. None of it is coincidence. This is how Jupiter speaks to you. It sends signs to remind you, it's time to open your heart. It's time to receive more. Jupiter never forces. It simply expands what you're ready to open. And the moment you choose to believe, the universe begins to flood you with waves of grace. I've always believed that Sagittarians are among the bravest souls alive. Not because you never fear, but because you keep walking even when you do. You don't wait for perfection. You understand that the path appears only after you take the first step, and that is Jupiter's miracle. When you move, the light follows. I've met many Sagittarians in my life. Some left stable jobs to follow a creative dream. Some walked away from old relationships to rediscover themselves. They didn't know what the future would hold, but they trusted that if they stayed true to their soul, the universe would never abandon them, and it never did. After every leap of faith came a miracle, a new chance, a kindred spirit, a quiet moment of peace. They didn't chase blessings, they received them. When you let go of control, Jupiter opens like a golden rain, not only through material fortune, but through spiritual abundance. You start seeing the world with wiser eyes. Challenges stop feeling like enemies and start feeling like teachers. Delays stop being obstacles and become pauses designed for you to breathe and realign. That is the art of receiving, not waiting passively for luck, but trusting that everything is working for you, not against you. I once asked an elder Sagittarius, "How do you keep your faith after everything you've been through?" She smiled gently, placed her hand on her chest, and said, "I learned to say thank you even before I have a reason to, and that is the secret of blessings. When you thank life for things that haven't yet arrived, you call them closer. Gratitude isn't a reaction, it's a language the universe understands. It hears the frequency of thank you faster than any prayer for please." Remember, Sagittarius, Jupiter isn't just the planet of luck, it's the planet of wisdom. It doesn't simply give you wealth or success, it gives you understanding, compassion, and depth. When Jupiter lights up your chart, you grow not just in fortune, but in consciousness. You realize that true abundance isn't having more. It's needing less because your heart already feels full. There's a sacred truth that Jupiter keeps whispering. The price of freedom is faith. In a world that fears chaos, most people try to control. But you, Sagittarius, you cannot live inside walls. You need open skies. You need the horizon. You need to believe that even without a map, your journey still makes sense. I once heard a Sagittarius say, "I used to fear failure, but then I realized every fall taught me something that standing still never could." And I thought, that's the holy essence of your sign. You weren't born to live an easy life. You came to explore, to teach the world that faith itself is an act of courage. You are the bearer of light, not because you are perfect, but because you dare to walk through darkness. Jupiter tests you through strange detours, only to teach one lesson. The real magic isn't in the result, it's in the journey. And if you feel lost right now, remember, when you're lost, you're expanding. Don't try to return to an older version of yourself, you've outgrown it. Let the new light lead you, even if you don't yet know where it goes. If something inside you stirs while hearing this, that's not coincidence either. That's your soul sending a signal back to the universe. I am ready to expand. I am ready for something better. In that very moment, You activate Jupiter's energy within you, the energy of trust, growth, and divine blessing. Close your eyes for a second. Breathe deeply. Feel your chest rise and open, like the doors of a sacred temple. Inside that temple lives Jupiter's light, waiting for your nod. All you need to say is, "I believe." And from that moment, everything begins to move. Don't fear if your life is changing faster than you expected. Jupiter never leads you to small places. If it's asking you to release the old, it's because something new is arriving. If it's making you wait, it's because your blessing is still being crafted. If it's keeping you alone for a while, it's because your soul is being refined to meet those who share your vibration. I know there are nights when you whisper, "Am I still on the right path?" And the answer is always yes. Because Sagittarius can never truly be lost as long as you walk with an open heart and clear intentions. Every step you take is seen, guided, and blessed by Jupiter. And believe me, nothing in this universe is random. The fact that you're hearing these words at this exact moment is proof. Jupiter chose this very time to awaken your faith again, to remind you that blessings are near, and you are worthy of them. So don't hesitate. Right below, I open my heart to receive the luck of the universe. Let these words become a sacred agreement between you and Jupiter. When you write, you send out a wave of energy, and that wave will return to you carrying something gentle, warm, and unexpected. Remember this, Sagittarius. Luck doesn't come to make you special, it comes to remind you that you've never been separated from grace. Jupiter doesn't reward those more deserving, it rewards those more open. So, keep your heart open, and you'll be amazed by the miracles waiting just beyond your reach. And when your blessing arrives, don't forget to share it. Share the light, share the faith, share the blessing. Because every time you spread goodness into the world, Jupiter doubles your energy. In the next part, we'll talk about what I call the opening moment, the instant when luck truly knocks on your door. I'll tell you how the planets are aligning to bring Sagittarius into a new cycle of blessings, a cycle where love, money, and peace can all bloom together. But right now, before you step into that new chapter, pause for a moment. Be grateful for yourself for every time you fell but chose to keep believing. Smile at the journey behind you, because not a single step was wasted. Every pain, every tear, every restart, they were all seeds, now blossoming into the fortune you're holding today. Sagittarius, you are the soul of expansion, and as long as you keep believing, Jupiter will keep shining. Sagittarius, when Jupiter, your ruling planet, forms a perfect trine with the Sun, something rare happens. The doors of destiny swing wide open. If lately you've felt something shifting within you, even just a quiet nudge, a recurring dream, or a seemingly random meeting that made your heart tremble, it's not your imagination. That's the sound of luck, knocking at your door. You may not hear it with your ears, but your heart, they already knows. It's as if the universe is whispering, now you are ready to receive. When Jupiter forms a trine with the Sun, it doesn't only bring material luck, it brings an expansion of consciousness. It helps you see opportunity where others see limitation, hope where others see failure, and sometimes the greatest gift Jupiter gives isn't a reward but a new way of seeing. You once looked at a closed door and thought your life was ending. But look again, Sagittarius. When Jupiter trines the sun, it teaches you that every closed door exists so you can discover your own way through. Maybe a project you once abandoned suddenly calls you back. Maybe someone who left returns with good intentions. Or maybe a sum of money you thought would never arrive finds its way to you. As if the universe just wanted to say, "See? Nothing you gave was ever lost." None of this is random magic. It's the result of a long journey, a journey where you learn to trust, to release, to be grateful even with empty hands. Jupiter only rewards souls who have bowed humbly before hardship, yet still kept their light alive. And Sagittarius, you are that light. There's an old line in ancient astrology that says, Jupiter doesn't create luck. It expands what already exists. If goodness lives within you, you will meet good people. If gratitude fills your heart, you will be blessed with more to be thankful for. If faith resides in your spirit, the universe will use that faith to build a bridge toward your blessings. And if lately your life has grown strangely quiet, don't be afraid. That silence is the moment right before the miracle. Just like the still air before a heavy rain, the universe, too, grows still only to gather strength for the touch of grace that's about to arrive. Have you noticed that in the moment you thought you'd lost everything, the universe was preparing to give you everything? The tears you cried were not meaningless. The times you stayed silent, misunderstood, were never forgotten. Jupiter has seen it all. It has watched you choose faith, even when there was no reason left to believe. And that's when luck begins to find you, not loud, not with fireworks, but gently. A new door, a new friend, a coincidence that feels too perfect to ignore. I once met a Sagittarius who had fallen to the very bottom of her life. She lost her job, her love, and nearly her faith. But one morning, she decided to get up, to clean her tiny apartment. As she moved things around, she found an old photo, one where she was smiling beneath a wide mountain sky. In that moment, she whispered, "I still have light." Not long after, a new opportunity arrived. Not because she was lucky, but because she was ready to receive. That's what Jupiter teaches. When you tend to the garden of your soul, luck finds its way to your door. And I want to say this not just to you, but to everyone listening. Luck is not a reward for being perfect. It's a gift for those who dare to trust in divine timing. We can't control when things happen, but we can control how we show up. We can choose gratitude, even in the dark days, because that's the test the universe gives to those about to be blessed. So if you're in a quiet season right now, don't lose heart. You haven't been forgotten, you're being prepared. Let me tell you a secret about Jupiter. Before it gives someone something great, it first tests how long they can hold on to faith. It doesn't test to punish you. but to forge your heart strong enough to carry the gift. Like a blacksmith heating the metal before shaping the brightest sword, you, Sagittarius, are being forged to shine. Every wound that once made you tremble is turning into steel within your spirit. Every heartbreak you survived is now the first brick in the castle of your blessings. Maybe you're wondering, when will my luck finally come? The answer is, when you stop asking. Because when you stop expecting, you've started believing. And when you believe, you've already opened the door. Jupiter doesn't send gifts to those who demand, it sends them to those who are ready. And sometimes, just one smile in the middle of hardship creates a vibration strong enough for luck to recognize you in the crowd. Faith is the secret code of blessings. There's an American saying, faith is not seeing the whole staircase, but taking the first step anyway. Faith isn't about seeing the destination, it's about trusting the next step. That's how you live, Sagittarius. And that's why you're already touching the kind of luck others can't yet see. Believe me, nothing you've gone through is wasted. Jupiter is moving slowly, but with purpose, forming rare trines and sextiles with your personal planets. That means every quiet effort, every good deed, every sleepless night you thought no one saw is now being magnified. You'll soon see results in your work, your finances, your relationships, but most of all, in your peace. And maybe that's the greatest luck of all, to finally feel at peace with yourself. Because when you are at peace, your energy becomes clear. And from that clarity, everything good begins to find you without you having to chase it. Jupiter knows this. It doesn't want you to force luck to happen. It just wants you to live in your light with honesty, faith, and generosity. The rest, the universe will handle. If right now your heart feels a little warmer, if you sense a gentle ease flowing through you, take it as a sign Jupiter is knocking. Blessings never arrive by surprise. They come when your soul begins to vibrate on the same frequency as grace. And I believe you, the one hearing these words, have already begun to align. Take a deep breath, feel it travel through your heart, and whisper to yourself, I am ready to receive the luck that's finding its way to me. When you say those words, you're not just making a statement, you're sending a signal to the stars. Jupiter, the sun, and every planet spinning around you, they're listening. And they smile because they know you're ready. If you believe you're stepping into a season of blessings, share this message not just to spread words, but to spread energy. Because the light you share always returns to you, and each time, it shines twice as bright. You never know who might need to hear this. Maybe someone who's lost faith. Maybe the version of you from years ago. And sometimes, a single act of sharing becomes the red thread that connects your fortune to another soul. Sagittarius. Jupiter is smiling at you. This trine, this perfect harmony won't repeat again for many years. Believe that you are worthy of everything good that's coming your way. Stop looking backward, because your blessings are ahead. Walk forward with gratitude, and the universe will follow you with gifts beyond expectation. And when it happens, when good news arrives, when doors open, when luck finds you, remember to look up at the sky. Because Jupiter heard the words you spoke today, and it will keep guiding you with that gentle light seen only by brave souls. In the next part, we'll talk about the signs of blessing, those small, powerful hints that tell you you're tuned to the right frequency of luck. It could be a dream, an intuition, or a sudden moment of peace. I'll tell you how to recognize them and how to hold that vibration so the blessing doesn't just arrive, it stays. Because for Sagittarius, luck isn't something that happens, it's a way of living, a way of believing, a way of shining. Sagittarius, there are moments you can't explain with reason, but your heart knows something is moving. You wake in the middle of the night from a strange dream, feeling warmth as if someone gently touched your hand. Or in a crowded street, a song from long ago plays, and you stop walking because somehow the words feel written just for you. Those are the signs of blessing. When the moon meets Jupiter, your intuition sharpens. Your heart opens wider. This is the time when Jupiter, the planet of fortune, faith, and expansion, merges with the emotional pulse of the moon to send you delicate messages from the universe. You don't have to see to believe anymore, because now you feel the moon is the heart, Jupiter is faith. And when these two energies unite, your soul lights up as if you've been touched by something sacred beyond words. In astrology, this is a rare phenomenon, a moment when the human soul syncs perfectly with the will of the universe. And for Sagittarius, the sign of seekers, of believers, of light, it's the universe's quiet confirmation. You are on the right path. You may begin to notice little blessings around you. Repeating numbers 111, 222, 777. A butterfly fluttering by in the morning. Someone mentioning the very thought you just had in your mind. An email, a message, a door reopening just when you thought hope was gone. None of this is random. Every sign carries meaning, a whisper from the stars that your blessing is near. And if you listen deeply enough, you'll feel Jupiter's rhythm inside your chest. It speaks softly, but clearly. Have a little more faith. I know. There are days when waiting feels heavy, when you ask, when will my good days come? But remember, blessings aren't something you chase. They come to you when you're still enough to hear them knock. You don't need to run after luck, Sagittarius, because luck is already running toward you. Imagine this. You're wandering through a dry desert. The heat burns, your feet are cracked, and hope feels far away. You look around, only sand and silence. But then, you hear a faint sound, dripping water somewhere ahead. You follow it and find an underground spring. That water doesn't just save you, it teaches you something. Every harsh journey was preparing you to find what's truly alive inside. If you hadn't walked through the desert, you would never have found the well within your own heart, and that is the true nature of blessing. Blessings are not just about money, possessions, or visible rewards. True blessing is the expansion of awareness. It's that quiet moment when you feel light, peaceful, when you trust you're being guided, even though no one is leading the way. It's when you stop trying to be good enough because you finally realize you already are. It's when you no longer compare yourself to anyone else because you understand your light has its own frequency. Jupiter doesn't want you to become someone else. It only wants you to remember who you truly are. And the most beautiful thing is, when you're vibrating at the frequency of blessing, you begin to attract souls who vibrate the same way. You meet people who feel safe the moment you look into their eyes. You hear words that mirror the feelings inside your heart. You find yourself in places you've never been, yet somehow they feel like home. These are synchronicities, sacred coincidences, the universe smiling and whispering, "You are aligned with my flow." But you know what? The real magic isn't that signs appear, it's that you notice them. Because sometimes blessings don't come as gifts. They come disguised as lessons. They arrive as a breakup that brings you back to yourself, as a failure that shows you what truly matters, as a loss that teaches you how to love yourself deeper. Blessings aren't always gentle, but they are always fair. And for Sagittarius, each one is an invitation to expand another layer of soul awakening. There's something I deeply admire about Sagittarius souls. No matter how many times the world has hurt you, you still believe in goodness. You still smile at strangers. You still choose forgiveness because deep down, you know anger is never freedom. And that faith is your golden ticket through every storm. Blessings can't live inside a closed heart, but they always find their way to those who stay grateful in the rain. Maybe lately, you've been having strange dreams. Dreams of water, of skies, of distant journeys. Or maybe you keep seeing yourself standing before a door, unable to cross it just yet. Those dreams aren't random. They are the language of the universe messages whispering, "Your journey is about to change." If you wake up feeling a calm you can't explain, don't overthink it. Let that stillness sink in, because that's your soul syncing with the energy of peace and fortune. There's a simple way to know when blessings are approaching. You start to feel confident in your worth, even before anyone else recognizes it. That's the sign you've entered the self-illumination phase. You no longer need outside validation because you've discovered the light within. And Jupiter, like a mirror for your soul, will reflect that belief back to you through real-life gifts and opportunities. I know, Sagittarius, you have the heart of a wanderer. You can't stay still. You always want to travel, explore, understand. But sometimes, blessings aren't found far away. They're right here. In the moment you pause, breathe deeply, and realize you are alive, you are breathing, you are here, and that is already a miracle. Blessing isn't the destination, it's the awareness of the journey. It's when every step you take carries gratitude, when every choice you make is guided by love, not fear. If you've ever faced a moment when it felt like you lost everything, and then life suddenly opened a new path, share that story in the comments. Because maybe, just maybe, Your story will be the hope someone else needs. Maybe the light you found in your own darkness will become the lantern for another soul. Those small stories, those simple lines you share, they are energy in motion. They are how blessings multiply. Jupiter loves hearts that give without keeping score. And sometimes blessings don't need words. They live in a smile, in a hug, in a small act of kindness. Those simple gestures are the bridges between you and luck itself. Because when you do something good, you're not just planting seeds for others, you're planting them for yourself in the harvest field of the universe. I want you to hear this clearly. Blessings are not running away from you, they're finding you. And if you keep your heart open, if you continue to believe in goodness, then no matter the storms you walk through, Jupiter will always find its way back to you. Let your heart soften. Let the light of the moon and Jupiter melt into your breath. Feel that energy moving through you, soft but real. And trust that everything is arriving at the right time, in the right way, with the right people. In the next part, we'll talk about the art of receiving blessings, because receiving, too, is a sacred act. I'll tell you how Jupiter rewards those who practice gratitude, how faith transforms into true abundance, and how Sagittarius can become a channel of light for the entire world. But before that, take a moment to thank yourself for walking through every challenge and still keeping your gentle heart. You don't have to prove anything anymore, Sagittarius, because the fact that you still believe is proof enough that blessings are already near. Write in the comments, "I know blessings are finding their way to me, and I am ready to receive them." When you write those words, you're not just talking to me, you're speaking to the universe. And in that moment, a new door quietly opens inside you. Sagittarius, if you've made it this far, it means you've walked long roads, listened to the calling of the stars, and deep inside your chest, something is beginning to bloom. You've crossed the deserts of doubt. You've learned to believe when no one else did. You've kept your light alive even when every lamp around you went out. And now, Jupiter, your guardian, doesn't want you to keep running. It wants you to pause, to rest your spirit, and to learn the hardest but most beautiful lesson of all: the art of receiving. What does it mean to receive? It's when you release your grip on the steering wheel of control and let the boat of your life drift gently along the current of faith. It's when you stop resisting, stop asking why, and start whispering, "I know the universe knows what's best for me." For Sagittarius, luck has never been separate from expansion, from curiosity, from learning, from trust. The more you learn, the more you open your heart, the more you believe in goodness, the more fortune flows your way. Because Jupiter, your ruling planet, doesn't reward fear, it rewards faith. In astrology, Jupiter isn't only the planet of blessings, it's the teacher of the soul. And the final lesson it offers is this: how to receive without doubt. Do you realize sometimes we're the ones who block our own blessings? We say, "I want to be loved," yet deep down we don't believe we're worthy of love. We say, I want new opportunities, but we're afraid to let go of the old ones. We pray for miracles, but when they appear, we whisper, is this real? Jupiter can only pour into a vessel that's open. If your heart is sealed by fear, the energy of luck will wait outside your door until you smile again. But the moment you say, I am ready to receive, everything begins to move. I've seen the most radiant Sagittarians not when they won something, but when they believed in the light before they could see it. A woman who lost everything, her job, her love, her faith, still wrote in her journal each night, I believe something good is coming. A young man who fell into despair chose to be grateful for every breath, every meal, every sunrise. And then, luck arrived. Not loudly, not dramatically, but softly like morning light seeping through an old curtain. They didn't chase blessings, they received them. When you learn to release control, the energy of Jupiter opens like golden rain. It pours down, not only in material form, but through the spirit. You begin to see the world with new eyes. Challenges no longer feel like enemies. They become teachers. Delays stop feeling like punishment. They become pauses, giving you time to breathe and realign. That is the art of receiving, not waiting passively for good things, but trusting that everything is unfolding for you, not against you. I once asked an elderly Sagittarius, what's your secret to keeping faith after all the storms you've been through? She smiled, placed her hand on her chest, and said, I learned to say thank you even before I saw what to thank for. And in that moment, I understood that's the 5 secret of blessing. When you give thanks for what hasn't arrived yet, you call it to you faster. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a language. The universe hears thank you long before it hears please. Receiving doesn't mean being passive. It's the action of spiritual maturity. It's when you choose to trust, even when you don't see the outcome yet. It's when you stop comparing and simply say, I don't know what will happen, but I know it will be good. And in that moment, Jupiter listens. It listens not to proof, but to faith, because faith is the shortest road to miracles. Sagittarius, have you ever noticed how easy it is to give and how hard it can be to receive? You're always the helper, the guide, the torch in someone else's darkness. But when it's your turn to be helped, you hesitate. You fear being a burden. You fear being seen as weak. But receiving is also an act of giving. When you allow others to love you, to support you, you give them the chance to create blessings too. And when you open your heart to receive from the universe, you allow it to fulfill its sacred duty to love you back. Imagine Jupiter as a gentle father standing in the sky, holding a jar full of light ready to pour it out for you. He wants to bless you, but only when you look up. He cannot pour light on someone who keeps staring at the ground. So lift your head, Sagittarius, not in pride, but in quiet courage, and tell the heavens, I am ready. I've seen people pray every day for a miracle, and when it finally came, they said, no, this can't be real. I don't deserve it. But the universe doesn't give to those who are more deserving. It gives to those who are ready to believe. ready to love, ready to receive. And if you're hearing these words today, it's because Jupiter is whispering to you. Don't hide from the light anymore. Let it touch you. Receiving also means accepting that sometimes you can't control everything, that not all blessings come in smiles, some arrive in tears, but those tears cleanse you, making room for new light to enter. Let yourself soften. Allow yourself to feel, to cry, to remember, to forgive. Because only when you become gentle can the universe shape itself to the curves of your heart and pour its blessings in. Jupiter always teaches that faith and gratitude are the two wings of a miracle. One is action, the other is surrender. One begins, the other completes. And Sagittarius, you are the bridge between them. You are the one who plants the seed, and the one who harvests the fruit. You are the light and the mirror that reflects it. Every time you say, "Thank you," with sincerity, you activate the current of blessing inside you. Every cell in your body begins to hum at the frequency of happiness, and that frequency draws in even more reasons to say thank you. If you're hearing these words now, let me ask you one simple thing. Are you ready to open your heart and let the blessings flow in? If your answer is yes, write it in the comments. I open my heart to receive the fortune of the universe. Don't treat it like a ritual on a screen. Treat it as a declaration to the sky. Every word you write carries the vibration of decision, and that decision echoes through the stars, letting Jupiter know you are ready. Remember, Sagittarius, receiving doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. It teaches you that sometimes the bravest act of all is to pause, smile softly, and say, "Thank you. I have enough." When you say that, you open the floodgates of luck to every corner of your life. Because the universe always sends more to those who cherish what they already have. In this final part of our journey, we step into the fire within the heart of Sagittarius, the sacred place where everything you've learned, everything you've lost, everything you've loved, comes together as one single light, the light of an awakened soul. I'll tell you how to keep your blessings close, how to not only receive them, but radiate them outward like a torch lighting the path for others. But for now, just take a deep breath, place your hand on your chest, and whisper to yourself, I am enough. I am loved, and I am ready to receive. Because in the moment you speak those words, every star in the sky answers back. Sagittarius, every stroke of luck begins with faith. Not blind faith, but that quiet, steady kind. The one that knows, even when the world spins and doors close, that a flame still burns within you. And that flame is you. You were not born to live inside safety. You were born to go farther, to seek truth, to step onto paths others fear to walk. You are the sign of light, of vision, of boundless souls who dare to stretch beyond human limits. And now, as Jupiter, your guiding planet, prepares to shift into a new alignment, it means a new chapter is being written. A second wave of expansion is approaching, and the universe is waiting for your nod, your yes, to begin. Jupiter, the great teacher of free spirits, is opening a gateway to the miraculous. And this gate Sagittarius, does not open by hand. It opens by a heart filled with gratitude. Pause for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the pulse in your chest. That rhythm is the universe calling your name. Write down your wish. It doesn't have to be grand or perfect, just sincere. Because Jupiter doesn't listen to promises, it listens to heartbeats. Each time you write a goal with gratitude, you're sending a copy of your dream to the stars. By the end of this month, as Jupiter moves forward, its waves of expansion will spread stronger than before. This is the time to reaffirm your faith, to anchor your values, and to plant new seeds. A career, a love, a dream. Each can begin from the simplest act of thanks. I know you might be tired. You might think, I've believed so many times. Why hasn't anything changed? But remember, Sagittarius blessings never come early, never come late. They arrive when your heart is calm enough to hold them. Look back at your path. How many times have you fallen, yet stood again? How many times have you lost faith, yet still chosen love? How many nights did you whisper, alone in the dark, I believe the light will return? Those were the moments when your inner flame refused to die. And now, it burns brighter than ever. That flame doesn't come from the outside. It doesn't need to be lit by anyone else. It is the sacred light of your Sagittarius soul, forged from courage, faith, tears, and laughter. That fire is the proof that you've grown, not just in experience, but in spirit. And if you're hearing these words right now, this is not coincidence. It's a message from Jupiter itself. You've come far enough to know that luck is not a reward, but a reflection of who you are. Luck isn't something to keep. It's something to share. When you spread faith, you become the blessing itself. Remember the times you encouraged someone, even with just a smile, a gentle word, or a quiet, I believe in you. Each of those moments was you giving from the flame in your heart. And the more you share that flame, the brighter it grows. That is Jupiter's law, the energy of abundance and overflow. It teaches that the more you give, the more you have. The more you trust, the more proof life will show you. The more grateful you are, the more reasons the universe will send you to say thank you again. Imagine your heart as a torch. At first, it only lights your path. But when you raise it high, its glow reaches others' souls, wandering through darkness, searching for one spark of hope. And in that moment, you are no longer the one receiving light, you are the light. Jupiter chose you, not just to be blessed, but to bless, not just to receive, but to radiate. I used to think luck was something to hold tight. But then a Sagittarius taught me. When I started giving away my faith, life began to return miracles to me. And I believe the same will be true for you. Because no one understands the strength of faith like you do. You teach the world that faith is not weakness, it is the courage of the soul. Sagittarius, if you can hear this voice, let me remind you one last time. You are worthy of every good thing that's coming. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to fight for it. You just need to be you, the one who loves, believes, gives, and receives. That's enough. And in that enoughness, every door begins to open. Now, as your planet Jupiter moves into a new position, this is a sacred moment to do one thing. Declare your wish. Write what you long to become, what you wish to heal, what you hope to build. Place your hand on your heart and say, I am ready. I trust the divine plan. Then every day, practice gratitude. Thank the small things: morning light, a glass of water, a smile, a breath. Because these small things are threads connecting you to the universe, and the universe always hears a grateful heart. Before we close today's journey, pause for just a few seconds and imagine Jupiter's golden light descending. It flows through the air, through the clouds, touching your skin and sinking into your chest where your flame burns. Feel that warmth, feel that power, and remember that fire never goes out. No matter how life tests you, no matter who leaves, no matter what closes, your flame remains, waiting for you to come home to it. And the moment you believe again, it blazes. Sagittarius, I know you will go far, not just across distance, but across awareness, across love, across kindness. Because this world needs people like you, people who dare to dream, to believe, to live with their whole heart. And if today your soul trembles at these words, leave a small sign, a symbol, to let the universe know, I am ready to share my flame. In the next video, we'll talk about the second door of destiny, the place where those who have waited and believed will finally understand why they were chosen. Don't forget to follow, because that might be the moment your luck is called by name. And if this message touched you, leave a like. Share this video with someone who needs a ray of hope. Because who knows? Maybe one simple click from you could become a miracle for another soul.